Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Decent greed run, but we're still working that out, working the kinks out. I'm like, who's the most fun character to play in greed mode? Why not Judas? Starts with damage, just needs HP. Delicate, but powerful. Much like a katana made of forged steel. Folded, end over end. Many, many times. I don't know how many times, okay? Get off my back. You're always asking me how many times a katana's folded over. Nobody ever says, hey, how you doing? So, 2 of diamonds. I'm a happy man. How should we use 2 of diamonds? Probably at the interest of being called a try-hard McTryhardson. You remember that classic insult? You would just take something that your friend would be offended by and then add Mick to it. Hey, nice trip, Dorky McDorkerson. Well, my plan as of right now is to preferably not die. Maybe even not get telefragged right here, even better. And, help. Buy HP if necessary. Save the 2 of diamonds. Use it to hopefully donate like 150 cents. We probably won't be able to, but we might as well at least try. The only other way I see that it's sensible to use it is if we think we're gonna lose, we can use this to buy a couple more items. And if that's ever gonna happen, the time is probably now, to be honest. So, we'll consider that when we head back into our shop here. We're gonna have like 21 cents. And no HP available. So I think I'm gonna start by buying a bomb. And I should be able to at least get GB Bug. And the bomb that we already bought. So, as far as I'm concerned, money well spent. Get some post-it note progress made. And then I'm going to use a bomb immediately to reroll. And I think I'll buy a Spirit Heart for 3 cents. And then a key. And it's not great permanent upgrades, but it'll keep us alive a little bit longer. Dry Baby is just fine. We got a couple of boss fights coming up here at the very least. The thing is, I don't think we're going to buy anything else on this floor. So personally, I would rather, all other things being equal, just save our money and pop them on the next floor. Hopefully, I would go all in for a great deal with the devil. But it's got to be truly special. It can't just be Guppy's Collar. Although I would probably still do that anyway. That's more of a something's wrong with my decision-making module right now. Ooh, that was close. I knew we were close. Okay, easy wave. 17 cents. No need to use Book of Belial again. We can save it for our next floor's beginning. What do we want to see? 9 lives immediately is the best. And then if we can get 9 lives plus anything that gives us a huge damage bonus, I would be over the moon. Okay, you know what? Out of the goodness of my heart, I'm not going to take Mom's Knife on this run. I think it's a little too samey. So what we're going to do instead is head down to the next floor. And it might seem bad, but we really didn't spend anything on that floor. We spent 3 cents on a Spirit Heart and 5 cents on a key. So we're rolling all of our first floor advantages over to the second floor. Immediately, Placenta is very, very helpful. I would probably start by... do we have another bomb for sale? If we get a bomb for sale, a bomb and a key for a single bomb. But first, I'm going to be a little risky here. That was fast. High Priestess isn't that bad. Lovers is way better. If we can get a free item here, I'll be happy. I did sack half a Spirit Heart there for no reason. I found pills. Not our ideal payout. Let's go. So it's not a good item, but it'll work for now. We might as well use High Priestess right off the bat. See what's going on in this room. Rainbow Baby. Okay, we still, again, we've spent almost no money on this, like, entire setup here. So, for right now, I'm a pretty happy dude. Greed run's going okay. We skipped over Mom's Knife, and you know what? That means we've already won, because we chose the more exciting path. Now, we could still, obviously, like, literally lose. That wasn't really... It was more of, like, a figurative victory. Like, have you ever seen Rocky? This shouldn't be a spoiler at this point. At the end of Rocky 1, Rocky loses. How crazy is that? Well, not crazy at all, because it shows, you know, that the most important thing was not that he won the match in the end, but that he tried his hardest, failed in the fight, but still succeeded in, you know, using boxing as a conduit to improve his life and form a, you know, his role as a symbolic sort of, you know, idol for the city of Philadelphia and also blue-collar working-class people across the world. Now, a lot of that kind of fell by the wayside. You know, in the future Rocky movies, it really more became about him winning. And then they brought it back with Creed and, of course, Rocky Balboa, but, you know, you get the idea. I could talk about Rocky all day, man. It's an underrated franchise. But we've been down that road many times. I honestly don't like any of these, but I'll try to re-roll you. I do think that Latchkey is worth it. Mostly, what I like about Latchkey is that we get 5 cents worth of items. Or sorry, we get 15 cents worth of items for 15 cents. So any upgrade that we get, after that point, if Latchkey ever does anything useful for us, I like it, because it's already paid for itself. A Spirit Heart and 2 keys for 15 cents is already an acceptable deal, if not a, you know, particularly strong one. So we're just gonna stomp the Devil deal with the High Priestess here. The Devil deal wave, I should say. So we gotta make sure we take 2 of diamonds with us. It is tempting to try to use that as leverage to get out ahead of the run, but truth be told, again, greed mode, we gotta remember, it's really just a prelude to, eventually getting greedier. And I know there's been a lot of greed modes recently. I should start mixing it up, but, you know, it's my prerogative, like Bobby Brown and or Britney Spears. I like to mainline stuff. Like, when I get into something, I don't like to dilly-daddle. I like to knock it out as quickly as possible. Now, PokeGo is kind of interesting, but that's not always a good thing, by the way. Sometimes it's a great personal foible that annoys a lot of people, depending on which kind of video game I'm playing, admittedly. It was a waste of a key, unfortunately, but worth trying, I think. Like, people are always like, make sure you smash all the pumpkins so you get the pumpkin head for your Halloween costume in Bully. And I'm always like, no. That being said, I did do that because I was asked. It was requested. And it was the least I could do. But I'm a mainline sort of guy, I'll admit. I don't want the D4 this time. Not because it's bad, really the opposite. It's, if anything, too good. But I just want to kind of take this run, roll it into like a good statistical area for ourselves, and then try to work with it that way. Card, Empress. Thing is, the Empress is a good card, but it's not really worth walking back into that room over and over to try to get. I think, at least. We're kind of a little light on HP. It's one of those things, you know, you really hope that, you know, you'll just get it through other items. I really hate spending 15 cents to buy HP in greed mode, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? If we could buy HP plus, like a Halo Magic Mush, you know, that's a dream come true. Even if the meat of it is the HP, you know, it tricks your brain into thinking you're getting a great deal. It's like making a price 99 cents. I think we'll just keep it up right now. Why not? Get as much money as possible. A little bit of like it's a very Judasy run, which is, I didn't say boring. Did I mean boring? Only partially, okay? Like, this is just it's a Flash Isaac run with a little bit of a spider accoutrement. I love Infestation 2. And it does seem like it would be okay against the final boss. But for the most part, this is a stats run, you know? Our rate of fire is good, our damage is good, our spacebar item buffers our stats to a point that is even more palatable. But we're definitely... Ooh, I hate it. We're like a little light right now. Just with respect to, I don't know, having the run on lock. And that's what happens sometimes, you know. You say no to Mom's Knife, you never know what might happen. You might end up with a great run, with some angel chances. Single red heart. So worthwhile. Or you might end up with some garbage. Right now we're not in garbage territory. I will take the other tiers upgrade. We're at the cap now. Kind of tempted to get a speed upgrade on top of what we already got going on from our existing setup, but I'm going to say no for now. And I think we should be fine, but this might be a little bit more of a touchy greed fight than usual here. But it's all about the money! That's my Kevin O'Leary impression, if you've ever watched Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. I have a question about both Dragon's Den and Shark Tank. Will there not come a point at which we've just seen all the good inventions? Like, up here, they're on season 13 or 14 of Dragon's Den. I love Canada. I love the country that I live in. I've lived here for 28 out of my 29 years on planet Earth. How many good inventions could there be in Canada that are flying under the radar in order to sustain 14 years of Dragon's Den? We're out. You got to give us some time to recharge. I just don't see that there could be that many more. Oh, it's a garage door opener, but it also has a bottle opener attached to it. Like, that's got to be where they're at right now, right? Or like it's a Swiss Army knife, but it's got one extra attachment on it or something. Apparently that's every single invention I have is like, what if you took 2 items and combined them into 1 item? I have a really, really good idea for an invention. What it is, and Kate and I were talking about it. I don't care. I don't think we live in the 1950s anymore. If a car company wants to take this invention and make it, and standardize it, you don't have to pay me a friggin' dime. I don't want to be set for life off of an idea when I'm not taking part in the execution, okay? Here's what it is. It's called a notification horn. Car horn already exists. What's the problem with the car horn? It's too aggressive. I know that sounds like a very millennial statement, but, you know, sometimes somebody's stuck at a green light, or you're stuck behind somebody at a green light, I should say, and they're not looking at the light. I don't want to hit them with that, you know? Even if you do a light tap of the horn, it's still like, I don't like it. I would like a little alert that's just like, whip, and then the people go, oh, it's a person that's like, hey, pay attention, but also they're being nice about it instead of being aggressive. I think there should be 2 horns. 1 horn, and there wouldn't need to be 2 horns if we had used the horn responsibly in the past, but, you know, 1 horn, the default horn, is already the FU horn, okay? Don't stand there. This is the worst place to stand. You want to be on the outside looking in. There should be a nice horn. I hate it. The other thing that I was thinking of is, it's your headlights, but you can press a button and switch your headlights into mirrors. That point, it reflects whatever hits them. And you're gonna be like, why would that be a good idea? For all the people driving, like, lifted trucks that still put those freaking lithium xenon headlights in that makes it appear that their high beams are on all the time, but then they never calibrate them properly to be pointing down at the road, so instead they're always pointing straight ahead into the eyes of every single driver. Like, holy crap. Anyone that lives in this area will tell you, this is not bragging, if anything it's whining. The most common vehicle that I see on a daily basis is a white BMW SUV with blue LED headlights designed to blind other drivers. I wish it weren't so, but that's not up to me. So that's, if you could turn your headlights into mirrors, it's a good way to just, you know, reflect the blindness back at them while they're turning, which would probably be highly dangerous, but they should have thought of that before they mildly inconvenienced me, hurt my eyes. If you've never seen this, it's gonna seem petty, but it's a very commonly brought up pet peeve. Aftermarket headlights not pointed at the road properly, so instead they're very bright, but they're not really actually illuminating more except for the eyes of the drivers you're annoying. Regardless, I'm telling you, that idea is more petty, and also the transportation bureaus of planet Earth would never agree to allow it. Either way, the nice horn is a good invention. Now, probably like millions or tens of millions of dollars in R&D in order to outfit modern vehicles with that, you know, come up with the nicest conceivable tone. I already got it for you. Nicest tone? Hey there! It's the only thing you need. It's just a little, it's a horn that goes hey there. And then people go, oh, my mistake. Because, like, I've been honked at. And when you get honked at when you do something wrong, your first instinct is to be angry. And be like, yeah, I did something wrong, but not wrong enough to warrant being honked at. Just like a little I see you honk. We need, or just make the horn have, like, multiple tones. Moreover, I'm here to tell you, okay, I have not honked the horn in my car. We bought it over 3 years ago. I guess we'll take this. Does that mean I've never seen a bad driver? Absolutely, of course not, right? What it means is that I have never seen something bad enough that I wanted to be like, hey, you know, I see you doing that. It hits you with the honk. And the reason is, honking is an inherently selfish act. I think. If you're honking at something, it better be to, like, alert somebody so that they don't hit you. Otherwise, if you honk, like, we'll be in these situations in Vancouver where there will be, like, you know, 100 cars stopped across 4 lanes at an intersection, and then someone will start honking. Basically, 99 other drivers are now looking around going, oh, did I do something wrong? What's going on? Like, it's an inherently selfish act to honk. Now, you should do it if it'll, you know, if it's necessary or it'll prevent you from getting in an accident. But the angry honk is just so annoying for me. It's like, eh, something you're just stuck at a, you know, a green light, but you can't get into the intersection because there's too many people through the intersection. Like, you would just be trapped, blocking traffic going the other way. And people behind you start honking at you. And you're like, what do you want me to do? Just rear end the car in front of me? That's a bad honk. Now I want to play Ultimate Fishing Simulator, man. Okay. This is going to be a delicate run, dare I suggest. Why? What makes me say that? Well, I mean, we got 4 HP. That's the real problem here. I'm going to finish this entire thing off. I mean, we don't need to donate 150 cents. Because the odds are, we probably won't be able to donate 150 cents anyway. So if buying one item would give us a really marked improvement in our chances for success, sure, let's take them up on that offer. Similarly, you know, I would love to not have to do that and instead just get an amazing deal with the angel, or devil for that matter. Just a single angel statue? That's not that bad, man. As far as final waves go, I mean, I guess it is, it's not greedier mode yet, it's just greed, but still. I do think that we could use a little bit more to guarantee us the victory here. Let's check this real quick. I mean, I hate it, obviously, but let's go Dead Dove. I think we should spend a little. Like, I think we should sadly buy this just for raw HP. I don't want that because we're already at the tier cap. So I'm going to donate a little bit of money. And then, I don't think BFF is that good. I don't think any of these are that necessary, to be honest. Sure, I think that's really good. Then we're going to 2 of diamonds. I'm just going to buy that. So this will leave us at 93 cents. With some good spiders and a little bit more HP. So, again, if we could donate 100, I would consider that an amazing run. Any more than that would be just like gravy, of course. So that's how we use 2 of diamonds. Which means we definitely could have used it earlier, if we so desired, but... Okay, so, preferably... I want to shoot at maximum range, and whenever possible, I kind of want to stand behind Dry Baby here. Just to maximize, or really minimize our odds of being hit is the best way to describe that. And it's working out real nicely so far. I really don't care if you summon enemies, because those enemies are going to work in my favor. We'll get a bunch of double damage spiders out of them. So far, so good. Now the bombs, highly annoying. Placenta just healed us. Still annoying after all these years. Okay, just get to safety. Get Dry Baby in front of you. Pick up the money so he can't get it. This is going just fine. But it's definitely, and I like it this way, but it's a much more tactical fight than we've been used to recently. Like, we're actually fighting this guy. We're not just hitting him. Still hidden. Obviously, I'd, you know, prefer it if you had not healed, but it's okay. It's really like a war of attrition more than anything else. I mean, the longer the fight goes on for, the more placenta heals I'm likely to get. He seems to be a little bit better at healing than I am. That's okay. Anything you can do, I can do. Slightly worse, I can do anything slightly worse than you. Don't you care? Yes, I can. I don't even know what that's from. I know the song. It must be from a musical, though. I could... Look, I really believe in the idea that there's no such thing as stupid questions. Maybe that's common knowledge, but I'll tell you what. I wasn't in Guys and Dolls in my high school, okay? My high school didn't put on plays. We did go to see Equus. This is going to sound like a joke, but I'm being real with you. In 9th grade, our music class went to see a live-action play with full frontal male nudity. Nowadays, I mean, even then, we were like, we're going to go see a play where a dude pulls his dick out? But yeah, in 9th grade. Very progressive music teacher and administration, I suppose. Alright, let's see how much we can donate here. I remember nothing about Equus, by the way. I think there may have been a horse involved at some point. Ruko, what are you doing, buddy? We donated almost 100 cents. That's pretty good. And we're coming close to the end of our greed extravaganza here, I guess. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. Maybe we'll do a non-greed run next. But I'll see you next time either way. See ya!